Hey, what's up guys? This is Tyson here at IDUB Hockey, and right now we're going to be going over how to select the proper size hockey glove for yourself. Now it might be a little bit confusing because the hockey gloves are based on a measurement. So you'll see a 13-inch, 14-inch, 15-inch glove, and what that used to mean is the glove, it actually used to be the length of the hockey glove. However, with modern hockey gloves and the cuffs actually being shorter to have better wrist mobility, it's no longer the actual length of it. So previously, to get the right hockey glove, you would take your arm, you put on your elbow pad, and then you'd measure the distance from your finger up to where the elbow pad is, and that would be the glove you'd wear because you want to eliminate that break in protection in between the two. However, like I said, now with the different things, the actual measurement of the glove is no longer the same. So one way that you can do this is some of the manufacturers will actually have a general chart that will say someone between this size to this size would fall into a certain glove. So from that, you could take your own height, be like, okay, I'm 6 foot, I'm going to fall into this category, I should be using the 14-inch or the 15-inch glove. Another way to do it, which is a little bit more common, a little bit easier, is you can take a tape measure and take your hand and actually just measure the length of your palm. So you can see here, if I was to measure myself, I'm just over 7 inches. And then what you do is you multiply that by 2, or you could wrap it around and see the distance of wrapping from here all the way to the other side, and then that would be the size gloves you'd wear. So myself, I wear 14-inch gloves, so if I had 7 inches for my palm length, then I multiply it times 2, I'm going to get 14, and then that would have the glove. So one thing you want to know, I have here a 14-inch glove. When you have the glove on, there's a couple ways to check to see if that's actually the right size for you. One way to do it is you're going to look actually at the fingers. Now you want to make sure that your fingers basically go to the edge of the gussets, but you don't want them protruding out the end because that's going to be a gap in protection once again, and your fingers going to be more vulnerable. So you can see here, this is a 14-inch glove. This is the proper size for me. First, it's going to cover up the wrist, and then also is my finger, you can see here, that it's just barely touching the end of it. So it's blocked if something was to happen and my hand was coming forward. My fingers wouldn't be protruding and get damaged, so you still have that protection. Whereas if I was to put on, say, a smaller glove, like this one, which is a 13-inch, you can see how my fingers are actually sticking out further there. So that's a sign that this would be too small of a glove. And then also it still covers my wrist, but you can see that it's a lot lower than the other glove. And if I actually just go ahead and put on an elbow pad, you'll be able to see that the gap in protection between the elbow pad and the glove is going to be a lot greater with it. And then what risk you have if you have a glove that's too big is it might be restricting your mobility. So instead of actually just giving you the protection and not holding you back at all, it actually might be getting in the way. So now that I have the elbow pad on, first I'll go ahead and put on a 13-inch glove. So here with the 13-inch glove, you can see, I mean, it's not too bad. There's not much of a gap, but still you have a decent gap in protection right here where you could get slashed or hit by a puck and potentially hurt yourself. Whereas if I then put on a glove that's a little too big, like this one, so this is going to be your 15-inch glove. One, you can see it goes all the way up. It overlaps on the elbow pad a little bit, and it actually is going to restrict my mobility because I'm hitting the elbow pad here with the glove, and I'm not getting that full range of motion. Also, in looking at the fingers, you can see here that my finger is a little bit further back, so there's a little bit of a gap here at the end, and it makes it just a little bit more difficult to move the fingers. I don't have quite as good of dexterity out of the glove. So when I go ahead and put on the proper size, the 14-inch, once again, fingers are fine, not much of a gap at all. It basically comes right up to the glove. You can see here it doesn't restrict the mobility at all, and I'm going to get the most performance out of this glove. So that was just a quick look at the 13-inch, a 14-inch, and a 15-inch to see what the proper glove looked like, and then also what a glove too big and what a glove too small is going to look at. If you have any further questions about selecting the right hockey glove, feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email. And once again, my name's Tyson, and this is at InlineIceWarehouse.com.